Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone to the regular scheduled City Council meeting of Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. Let the record show that all councilors are present. Meeting called to order. First order of business, adds and deletes. Add consent agenda item 9, add department and committee reports item 8A and 8B, add bids and quotes item 5A. Next up, I need a motion for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
A motion by Councilor Harkinen. Support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Next up, approval of minutes. Approve the minutes of the regular Hibbing City Council meeting of October 5th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Faso.
Support.
Support by Councilor Duranus. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Approve the minutes of the Hibbing City Council workshop meeting of October 5th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Councilor Schreiberger.
Support.
Support by Councilor Faso. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Next up, consent agenda. Item 1, approve accounts payable dated 10/13/2022. Check 173215 in the amount of $40,000. 10/14/2022. Check 173216 through 173330 in the amount of $1,514,786.48. Item 2, approve city payroll for pay period ending 10/7/2022. Check 168448 through 168453 in the amount of $511,516.46. Item 3, acknowledge the resignation of William Fink, police officer with the Hibbing Police Department effective October 30th, 2022. Item 4, acknowledge the resignation of Jocelyn Lofquist, library intern with the Hibbing Public Library effective October 21st, 2022. Authorize the external posting for a temporary 12-week intern at the library. Item 6, authorize the hire of the list of additional election judges. Item 7, set the next regular meeting for Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022 at 5:00 p.m. in the Hibbing City Hall Council Chambers. Item 8, set the next City Council workshop for Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022 following the City Council meeting in the Hibbing City Hall Council Chambers. Item 9, authorize the hire of Laura Kenelham in the position of full-time library manager effective October 22, 2022. Items previously approved at the October 5th City Council meeting. 10, authorize the Hibbing City Council to attend the Northern St. Louis County Housing Summit on Tuesday, November 1st, 2022 at the Iron Trail Motors Events Center, 19 6th Street, South Virginia, Minnesota. Item 11, authorize the Hibbing City Council to attend the Trick, Treat, and Greet on Saturday, October 29th, 2022 on the front lawn of City Hall. Wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read and published.
We have a motion by Councilor Hoffman-Sockman.
Support.
Support by Councilor Faso. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Next up, department and committee reports. Item 1, I will send it over to City Administrator. Item A.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council. Item number 1 from our police department this evening, we would offer up resolution 22-10-09, accepting donations for the Hibbing Police Department K-9 program in the amount of $10,615. This is something that came forward from the fundraiser that we had a week or two ago. I guess the last thing that I would mention, a special thank you to those that donated to our Hibbing Police Department and our K-9 program. So if you have questions, I can try to answer those. Otherwise, adoption of 22-10-09.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Councilor Harkinen.
Support.
Support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item B.
Mayor, Mr. City Council, thank you. Also this evening from the police department, we would like the City Council to authorize the attached list of abandoned property to be auctioned off through P&B Pawn. The proceeds from the abandoned property will be placed into the K-9 fund. So if you have questions, I can try to answer those. And remember, there's a list there if you have any questions about specific items.
Okay, wish of the council.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Bayless, support by Counselor Drainus. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Greg. Next up, item 2, under City Clerk Treasurer, Mrs. Mulliner, item A.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. Item A is to authorize the RFP for going out for an insurance agent. We discussed this at our last workshop meeting, that we are required as a member of the League of Minnesota Cities Insurance Trust to have an insurance agent. We have had the same agent for many years, so I think it's in the best interest of the city to go out for proposals and evaluate agents to determine if our current agent is the best fit for this role or if another agent can better serve our needs. I'm asking City Council for their approval to go out for RFP for our insurance agent services.
Okay, wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman Sockman. Support by Counselor Harkinen. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item B.
Thanks, Mayor. Item B is Resolution 22-10-10, making official intent to reimburse an ambulance expenditure with issuance of tax-exempt bonds. So this resolution, we had talked about this at the workshop. It would be to reimburse ourselves with bond proceeds to pay for the ambulance, which is under Section 8, Item 3 of tonight's agenda. We discussed this at the workshop meeting. As I said, the procurement challenges are delaying equipment to the extent that Eric is requesting to purchase the ambulance prior to finalizing the 2023 budget. By passing this resolution, the city will have the flexibility during the budget process to designate bonding as a funding source for the ambulance rather than levying for the cost.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion.
Motion by Counselor Schreiber,
Support.
support by Counselor Fossil. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item C.
Thanks, Mayor. Item C is, I'm offering resolution number 22-10-11. This is to decertify tax increment financing district number 8. TIF district number 8 is for the Android, and it has reached the maximum duration per state statute, and it will need to be decertified at the end of the year. This resolution allows me to start taking the steps necessary to decertify the district. Once the district is decertified, the tax capacity that is capturing the increment will go back on the tax rolls. I'm asking for council approval of the resolution.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Counselor Harkinen.
Support.
Support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Sheena.
Thank you.
Item 3, under City Administrator, item A.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, thank you. From our fire department this evening, this would be something to authorize the mayor and city clerk to sign an agreement for student ride-alongs with Minnesota North College. This is right out of our last workshop. We had talked to the city council about it. It's something that's been done before, but if you have questions, I can try to answer those. Otherwise, consideration and action, please.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Fossil. Support by Counselor Drainus. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Greg. Next up, item 4, under City Engineer, Mr. Story, item A.
Mayor and Council, in your packets, an easement agreement with St. Louis and Lake Counties Regional Railroad Authority for an easement for the construction of our Rainy Road Bridge. I'm asking for council approval for the mayor and the clerk to sign the easement agreement for the construction next summer.
Okay, wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman Sockman. Support by Counselor Harkinen. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Jess.
Thank you.
Item 5, under City Administrator, I guess. Nixon under.
My apologies. Oh, yes, my apologies. So, also from last work session and from our city services department approving the RFP for the park system master plan. Again, we had workshopped that. I know there's a lot of questions and discussion, so any other details that I can try to nail down, please let me know. Otherwise, motion to approve.
Okay. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Bayless,
Support.
support by Counselor Fossil. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Greg. I think you have number 6 too, or Sheena has number 6, okay.
Thanks, Mayor.
Just throw it around.
6A also refers to Section 8, Item 4A on tonight's agenda. I'm requesting for City Council, which will be requesting City Council to approve the agreements with Bob Streeter, SEH, and All American Title to begin the development of a small area plan for the new Hibbing subdivision near Highland Park. In order to begin that project, we are looking to set up a new capital improvements fund and appropriate $250,000 from the general fund. So we have funding in place for the initial development costs. This would come from the unassigned fund balance in the general fund. I'm asking for council approval.
Okay, wishes of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Counselor Harkinen. Support by Counselor. I'm gonna go with Counselor Hoffensacken this time. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Let's see, next up, item 7, under Senior Executive Assistant, Mrs. Seppala, item A.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I bring before you, it's the Legislative Services Agreement between the City of Hibbing and Lockridge, Grindle, and Nowen. As we know, Lockridge, Grindle, and Nowen has been providing state lobbying services since 2019. With the help of Lockridge, Grindle, and Nowen, the City of Hibbing secured bonding funds for the Mine View. They've also helped get Senate and House tour stops for both the Mine View and the Government Safety Center. Since 2019, we've been bringing this agreement before you annually, and the amount of the agreement hasn't changed. So if we lock into a 3-year, it still will not go up. So the total will still continue to be $39,600. It's split between the mayor and council budget and HEDA budget. So I bring before you to approve the service agreement between the City of Hibbing and Lockridge, Grindle, and Nowen for the 3-year term, January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2025. And I know I can speak on behalf of both Greg and myself, and I think for the council, they've really been doing a lot for us, and they're always on retainer for us. So it's been pretty amazing, the relationship that we have.
Okay. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Fossil,
I'll support.
support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Candy.
Thank you very much.
Item 8, under City Attorney, Mr. Borland, item A.
Mayor, members of the council, within your packet is the proposed ordinance that was discussed at the last working session with regard to setting a moratorium for 1 year with regard to development in I-2 districts that are adjacent to any residential district within the city of Hibbing. There was some rather extensive discussion about this at our working session. I did not make any changes after the working session to what is there. I think there were concerns raised about, well, what happens if somebody does start something within an I-2 district or proposed it? And it's still my advice that you can pass this ordinance, and that if those issues come up, the building officer can make reference to the planning commission to take, the thing under advisement as to whether or not there's enough buffer and so forth there. At your last meeting, you passed a resolution saying that you're gonna conduct a study, and you needed to pass that before you could take up this ordinance per state statute as to how or these interim ordinances work. So it's here for your consideration this evening, and it was posted properly per state statute.
Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Fossil. Support by Counselor Drainus. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item B.
Mayor, members of the council, also within your packet tonight is a proposed ordinance which would delete the snow emergency ordinance, and the new ordinance would be called the snow plowing event as to how I defined it, taking direction essentially from Mr. Story's direction as to priorities with regard to which streets would be paved or plowed and what priority they would have. And essentially this provides for, there's no parking within these particular areas within a snow plowing event as it's been defined. This was also discussed at your working session, and it's here for your consideration this evening.
Okay. Wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Counselor Harkinen,
Support.
support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Mayor.
Next up, item 9, City Administrator's Report. Mr. Brzezinski.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, thank you. I have a few items I just want to update the City Council and our residents on. So the first item, I'm actually going to drag us back into the agenda to the RFP for the Park System Master Plan. So RFP Request for Proposal, we're asking consultants that are familiar with looking at park system plans to respond to us with what it would take to do a study on our system. Why that's important to Hibbing is we have a vast number of parks and systems and sidewalks and trails and whatnot. What we want to be able to do is better tie those together, make some decisions on which ones are the most important. We've got a lot of real estate that we own that we don't necessarily do a great job of maintaining. So we're going to make some decisions based on that system plan and that consultant's help. Where do we put our capital investments? Do we need to contract the system? How do we make all of our parks and whatnot work together, including our golf course and Cary Lake and some of these other assets that are a little bit further out. So I don't think I did a very good job of explaining that to our residents. So I wanted to kind of backtrack and talk about that a little bit. Item number 2 from my office also goes back to something on the agenda that Candy just went over. Signing that contract with Lockridge Grindle, very important. They have really helped bring Hibbing to the forefront at the state capitol. Very important for us. Yes, there's an ongoing expense there and contractual obligation, but we will turn those dollars into real things here locally. Specifically, the next priority is going to be our public safety building. So that's how we interact with the state at the Capitol. So I just want to make sure that our residents have a better handle and perspective on how that all works. The last thing that I want to mention to our residents and the City Council is our 2023 budget. So we've been having some internal conversations about next steps. We will be workshopping that internally with our department leadership folks next week. We'll bring it back to a workshop with the City Council on the 2nd of November, I think it is. We're working that budget down to that 6 to 7% range. We think that's going to be acceptable to the City Council, so we'll have some conversations about that and then get some direction in anticipation of adopting that final levy in December. So probably more than you wanted on a Wednesday afternoon. But if you have any questions about the budget, please, now would be a great time.
Any questions, counselors? I don't think so.
That's all I have from my office. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Next up, bids and quotes. Actually, back to you, Greg. Item 1 for city services.
So, thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council. So from our City Services Department this evening, remember we had a fire earlier in the year. We do have a change order from Max Gray. This is for duct cleaning work. Originally, we had that encapsulated within that original bid. That contractor backed out. We are able to find another one to do that work. However, the expense is a little bit extra, $3,626.08 additional. We will be submitting that to insurance for reimbursement, but it is a change order, so we wanted to have that in front of the city council for action.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Harkinen,
Support.
support by Counselor Hoffman Sockman. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Greg. Next up, item 2, city engineer, Mr. Story, item A.
Mayor, council, attached are quotes to rebuild the lift pump number 6 at the waste treatment facility. The low quote is from Applied Industrial Technologies in the amount of $51,135.07. This pump is vital to the plant, and we have not done any work to it since 2004. So I'm asking for approval to rebuild this pump.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Counselor Schreiber,
Support.
support by Counselor Fossil. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item B.
Mayor, council, attached is a invoice from the city of Chisholm for approval for the purchase of 50 95-gallon plastic containers for sanitation department. We are still waiting for our containers we ordered about a year ago. And the last we heard, they were on a truck on last Friday. So we're waiting for those, but to get us through, these cans are about the same price, same cans that we are ordering. So we're asking council to approve the invoice for these cans.
Okay, wish of the council.
I'll make a motion to approve, Mr. Mayor.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman Sockman,
Support.
support by Counselor Fossil. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead, Counselor.
Jesse, regarding these cans, it's great that the city of Chisholm is doing that. Are we going to be repainting these with our logo on them?
Counselor, what we did was we already purchased decals to go on the side of the cans, so they look really nice. I actually have them on my can at my house.
Good.
So they go over there and yeah, they look really nice.
Great, thank you.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item C.
Mayor, council, we had an engine failure of one of our sanitation trucks. One of the valves let loose, went through the motor and then out the turbos. So we need to rebuild this motor. This truck is about 5.5 years old, only 91,000 miles on it, so it is a vital part of our fleet. The price for the rebuild is, let's see, for total $25,808. The only thing I'd like to change on here for the budgetary part of it is to talking with finance to put this under 540 so we capitalize this purchase. So we're asking for council approval.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Duranus. Support by Counselor Schreiber. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Jess.
Thank you.
Item 3, Fire Department. I'll turn it over to City Administrator.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council. This is actually from our fire department this evening. Has gone through workshop. I think we discussed it at the last workshop. So this is authorization to order and purchase a 2023 Ford F-450 ambulance from Brown Northwest. This is actually for the 2023 budget. Acquiring ambulances at this point sounds like they're 3 to 500 days out. So what we want to be able to do is get in the hopper early, get in line with everybody else. So just real quick on the budgetary. So the base price of this vehicle, $310,000, $474. They are giving us $15,500 for our trade-in. They are going to give us a $3,000 credit for using this vehicle as a demonstrator to go to some of the trade shows in the spring when they do take delivery of it. So the final price will be $291,974. The only other thing that I would bring to your attention, I know in the RCA talks about price includes travel to the factory in Seattle for a final inspection. I'm probably not going to be sending anybody from the organization there. If we feel the need to do an inspection, I'll hire somebody on the other side to do the inspection. So I just wanted to kind of point that out to the city council. It is within that budget, but I have to do a little bit more considering when it comes to out-of-state travel. So I just wanted to point that out. Any other questions, I can try to field those, otherwise, action.
Okay, wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Bayless,
Support.
support by Counselor Fossil. Any discussion?
Sorry, Greg, did you say that, do we have an estimated delivery date? I didn't.
Yeah, when we had the workshop, I'm pretty sure right now it's about 500 days.
500 days?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm expecting that to shrink, but it's hard to say if those numbers are gonna shrink or if they're gonna grow right now. So the whole idea is, let's get the order put in, let's anticipate the purchase, secure the funding. Hopefully it's less than 500.
Thank you. Yeah, that does. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Greg. Okay, item 4, is that Sheena or Greg or Candy?
I'll take it, thanks, Mayor.
Take it.
Included within your agenda packet are the agreements for Bob Streeter, SEH, and All-American Title to begin the small area plan for Highland Park. The title company costs are $1,230, the engineering costs are $63,000, and the consulting costs for Streeter are $13,500, which is total cost thus far of $77,730. These are the first steps in developing the small area plan near Highland Park. I'm asking council to approve the agreements.
Okay, wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman-Sockman. Support. Counselor Harkinen, they're pointing that way, so you got this one. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks, Sheena.
Thanks, Mayor.
Item 5, under Senior Executive Assistant, Mrs. Sepala, item A.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I know that we discussed this at a past working session, and I apologize that there's not an RCA with it tonight, but we just received it today. And there was an apology by Civic Plus as well. They just didn't have the right people in place, or they were out of the office. So as discussed at a last working session, I brought before you that our website working group has been deciding, we've decided that the ultimate plan would benefit not only the city's website, but also for those users, be it residents or outside users out of Hibbing. We'd like to use ARPA funds to just do this upgrade for our website. It gives us a lot more points for a one-step or a two-step use when you use our website. Initially, we had planned to launch this December 5th, and now it's looking like around the 1st of January, because we wanted to make this change to our website. And again, I'd like to use the ARPA funds again, if possible. That's what we paid for with our first installment. It'll be an additional one-time cost of $1,593.60, and then the additional annual fee that we already pay would be $785.
Okay, wish of the council. Motion approved. Motion by Counselor Schreiber.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Thanks,
Thank you very
Candy.
much.
Next up, license and permits. Item 1, approve the raffle permit application request of the CAG Foundation to hold a raffle on Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023 at City Auto Glass. Wishes of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Counselor Harkinen. Support by Counselor Schreiber. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item 2, approve the raffle permit application request of Hibbing Figure Skating to hold their raffle on Saturday, February 18th, 2023 at the Hibbing Memorial Building. Wish of the council. Motion by Counselor Schreiber,
Support.
support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item 3, approve the raffle permit application request of the Hibbing Girls Hoop Club to hold their raffle on Saturday, February 4th, 2023 at the Hibbing High School. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Item 4, approve the special event permit application of the Hibbing Area Chamber to hold the Spirit of Unity Parade in downtown Hibbing on Monday, November 21st, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman Sockman.
Support.
Support by Counselor Schreiber. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. I'll need a motion and a second for adjournment. So moved. Motion by Counselor Harkinen. Support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye. Aye. Meeting adjourned.